Qualcomm had some interesting updates over the last 2 weeks on its new fixed 5G wireless. So let me just start off by saying we hear a lot about 5G, and the lens is through the device, through the mobile device. We think about 5G, whether it's an iPhone, a Samsung device, something that we're using in our pocket. But 5G is a big ecosystem. And so even if you're hearing about 6G, just wave that off for a minute and just realize that 5G is the next horizon of connectivity that will complement and also in some cases augment and displace traditional Wi-Fi and other connectivities that we've been using. It's ultra fast, it's highly reliable, but you need to have infrastructure in order to do that. And that's something that we call fixed 5G or fixed 5G wireless access. So last week, Qualcomm basically introduced a second generation of its 5G fixed wireless access. It uses their X65 5G modem RF system, another really class-leading technology that comes from Qualcomm. It's their 5G fixed and their modem RF system, which, Pat, you and I could talk about this all day, but the complexities of making the modem RF system work together is very unique to something that Qualcomm can do. This platform is now basically breaking some real speed barriers that are going to enable some next-level edge applications. Now, if you just need the sensor data off of a stalk of corn to know whether it's wet or not, you don't need super high end. You can use low power edge semiconductors that can report data back. But some of the applications that we're hearing about, Pat, say for instance, video for facial recognition in large cities where you have thousands of people walking down a street concurrently, and you need a million cameras, not really, but thousands of cameras in a city to have bandwidth, throughput, backhaul, to be able to analyze data, send it back to the cloud. 5G and what they're doing with their fixed wireless access networks is going to be a true differentiator here. The specifics here, are going to fall into all kinds of different areas, but in industrial IoT applications, think about robotics inside of an Amazon warehouse where you need really smart and intelligent machines, and you need flexibility, Pat. That's the other thing that's really big about what they're doing with fixed 5G fixed wireless, is that these chips, this X65 platform, enables for on-the-fly updating. So there's you can actually keep these chips on the leading edge of what you need them to be doing for your application. So it's a big thing, Pat. Improving accessibility, giving ultra 5G broadband in all kinds of areas. And of course, tapping into millimeter wave, which is another thing that I'll just leave before I give you a chance to at least take a little tiny bite at this apple, is not all 5G is created equal. And we maybe haven't talked about that enough here on this show, but there is a 5G that is millimeter wave, which is in very large markets right now, mostly, and it's super fast. And then there's sub-6 5G, which is really going to function and perform a little bit more equivalently to your standard or really nice 4G LTE experiences. It's not going to be that different. And so not all 5G is created equal. For this millimeter wave platform, you really do get this next level, next generation speed. So Qualcomm's working on this, building the hardware and then rolling out the platforms to be able to democratize 5G as a service in fixed wireless applications.
Yeah, I've gotten to know Qualcomm really well over the last decade, and to me, this is more of what Qualcomm does best, which is, first of all, invest a ton into research, not to be confused with R&D, to go out there and set the standard and work with the industry to then pull everybody together, which, by the way, then gives them a head start on everything. And then they're typically the first to drop the fastest. They chronicled almost every speed advance they had for 4G LTE. And this is classic Qualcomm. They're doing a rinse and repeat of what they did on 3G, 4G, and now 5G. I in particular, like you, Daniel, really appreciated the FWA, fixed wireless access, because it really is a new business opportunity for the company. The only other terrestrial type of internet was satellite, which that was basically terrible. as it really hasn't improved that much, and it's super expensive for those who are out there. So more competition is 99 out of 100 times better. And by enabling bigger, better, faster internet technology to the home and the business, I think this is going to be really good.
Yeah, it's going to bring new levels of speed to the public. Just a quick touch. Despite what Citigroup's analysts said about 5G, we're not late cycle, and this is not going to see any major margin decreases anytime soon. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. But in all seriousness, think of it this way. We're extending 5G reach. We're improving the data and capacity at the network edge, which is really what's going to be critical for some of these edge applications that we keep hearing about so freely. It doesn't just work. It doesn't just work because you have phone cell signal. You need really high speeds, throughputs, and backhaul. Yeah. And this 10 gigabyte peak speed really will bring next level speed into some high rises, buildings, apartments, places that often have had trouble maximizing the potential using wireless technologies.